Rivalries in football are known to be born out of something traditional, which might include geographical proximity or a quest for glory between both sides for a very long time. However, the rivalry between these two great clubs is born outside of the two traditional ways of identifying rivalries. So sit back and enjoy the stories and historical facts about Manchester United and Chelsea fixture. Manchester United, popularly referred to by people as United or the Red Devils, is a professional football club based in Greater Manchester, England. The club was founded as Newton Heath Lyr Football Club in 1878 but changed to Manchester United in 1902. They remain one of the most successful clubs in the English Premier League. They played their home matches at Old Trafford with a red kit and have their away matches in a white kit, mostly depending on the jersey maker. The team had won the English League 20 times, most in the English League, won the FA Cup 12 times, just one behind Arsenal, who had 13, 5 League Cups, the European Champions League thrice, the Europa League, World Club Cup and many more. Sir Alex Ferguson remains the longest-serving manager for the side, winning a total of 38 trophies for the English side during his 27 years of stay at the Manchester-based club. On the other hand, Chelsea, nicknamed the Blues, is a professional football club based in Fulham, West London, England. Founded in 1905 by Gus Mears at the Rising Sun pub. One of the most successful football clubs in London. They appear in blue for their home matches and sometimes white, yellow, or black color for their matches outside Stamford Bridge Stadium in Fulham, West London, where they host their home matches. The Blues won their first major honor, the League Championship, in 1995. They remain the only London side to have won the UEFA Champions League and the Club World Cup. The Roman Abramovich era seems to be the most successful for the club, the era which saw the club win all European trophies available then, including league titles and all domestic trophies. The rivalry between these two sides isn't traditional like every other rivalry we've seen in football. Rivalries are always born out of geographical proximity or frequent contest for glory between both sides. For example, the Manchester Derby between the two Manchester sides, the North London Derby between Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur. But for these two sides, the rivalry came outside the traditional means of identifying rivalries in football. These two sides remain untraditional rivals whose match remains one of the most watched fixtures in the English Premier League. The two sides had met a total number of 151 times, with Manchester United winning most of these fixtures, winning 59 times, while the Blues won the fixture 48 times, and both sides ended the fixture without a win 44 times. Scoring a total of 442 goals between both sides, Manchester United scored the most goal in the fixture, reported to be 240, while Chelsea had the remaining 202 till today. The two sides first met in the 1950s, with the fixture reported as having ended in a 1-1 draw, although there wasn't proper documentation for the match. Manchester United, however, recorded the first win in this fixture in a 1-0 win back in the 1950s. The first officially documented fixture between both sides witnessed by 37,601 spectators was in the 1960-1961 season, ending in a 2-1 away win for the Red Devils. The Red Devils are reported to line up with Harry Gregg in goal, Bill Fowkes, Shea Brennan and Noel Cantwell forming a three-man defence for the side, Nobby Stiles, Maurice Setters, Sir Bobby Charlton and Jimmy Nicholson forming a five-man midfield, and up front were Mark Pearson, Albert Quixel and Alex Dawson leading the attack, with Sir Matt Busby managing the side. Chelsea, on the other side of the pitch, was managed by Ted Drake. He introduced Peter Bonetti in goal, Alan Harris and Peter Sillett in defence, Sylvan Anderton, Bobby Evans and John Mortimer in the midfield, and it ended with a five-man attacker for the Blues, comprising of Frank Blunstone, Peter Braybrook, Jimmy Greaves, Bobby Tamblyn and Ron Tyndall. Sir Bobby Charlton and Alex Dawson scored a goal each for the Red Devil side in the 49 and 68 minutes of the match, respectively, while Peter Braybrook scored the consolation goal for the Blues just 2 minutes before the final whistle. The first English FA Cup fixture between both sides was played at the Manchester United playing ground Old Trafford, referred by referee Leo Callahan on the 16th day of March 1963. Present on that day were 48,298 spectators to cheer their teams up. The fixture, however, ended in a 2-1 victory for the Red Devils courtesy of Denis Law and Albert Quixel's goal for the day. Before the English Premier League era, both sides had met 64 times, with the Red Devils winning 29 times, Chelsea winning 21 times and playing draw 14 times. The Premier League era started with both sides ending the first between them for the era in a 1-1 draw at Stamford Bridge. David Lee gave the home side the lead in the 67th minute of the game. However, 4 minutes late, Eric Cantona's goal cancelled the lead, with both sides having to share the point for the day. Manchester United hold the record for the biggest win in this fixture following a 6-0 defeat over the Blues in the 1960s, courtesy of Alex Dawson's hat-trick, Jimmy Nicholson's brace and Sir Bobby Charlton's lone goal, though the win came before the Premier League era. Chelsea, however, avenged the big loss during the Premier League era but was one goal shortfall. The fixture saw Chelsea defeat Manchester United by 5-0, courtesy of Gustavo Poyet's brace, Chris Sutton's goal, Jody Morris's goal and Henning Berg's own goal in the 1999-2000 season. Wales international Mark Hughes holds the record for the most goals scored in this fixture, scoring 11 times, though he represents both sides. Denis Law, Mark Hughes and Wayne Rooney had joint most goals scored for Manchester United against Chelsea, registering a total of 8 goals each against the London side, while Bobby Tambling held the record for the most goals scored by a Chelsea player against Manchester United, recording a total of 7 goals to his name in this fixture. The first time both sides met in a final was in the 1993-94 FA Cup, which Manchester United won 4-0, courtesy of Eric Cantona's brace, Mark Hughes's goal and substitute Brian McClare's last-minute goal. The side, however, had featured in 9 finals, including the FA Cup, FA Community Shield and Champions League facing each other, with Manchester United winning 5 of the 9 finals, including the famous 2008 UCL final victory over the Blues. The FA Cup wins made Manchester United the first side to win a final fixture involving both teams. Chelsea, however, records their first final victory over the Red Devils in the 2000-2001 FA Community Shield in a 2-0 win over the Red. Goals from Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank and Mario Melchiot seal the victory for the Blues. The first and only Champions League final between these sides was in the 2008 Champions League final held at Luzhniki Stadium in Moscow, Russia, which ended in a 1-1 draw. Cristiano Ronaldo gave his side the lead in the 26th minute of the game with a powerful header, but was later cancelled out in the last minute of the first half by Frank Lampard with a left-footed shot. The game, however, ended that way without a goal in the second half of the game. The game then proceeded to a penalty shootout which saw the Red Devils win 6-5 on penalties. Cristiano Ronaldo, the goal scorer, penalty saved by Petr Cech, while Chelsea captain John Terry and teammate Nicolas Anelka missed from the spot. Players like Mark Hughes, Ray Wilkins, George Graham, Paul Parker, Mark Bosnick, Mal Donaghy, Juan Sebastian Veron, Radamel Falcao, Nemanja Matic, Juan Mata and Romelu Lukaku in the past years had donned both club jerseys. Recently, this fixture had mostly always ended up in a draw, with both sides having to avoid a defeat to their rival. However, the last 10 fixture between both sides produced 6 draws, of which 4 of the draws ended in a 1-1 and the remaining 2 ended goalless, with Manchester United winning 3 of the last 10 fixtures and Chelsea winning just 1, which was the 3-1 triumph over the Red Devils in the 2019-2020 FA Cup semi-finals. However, this fixture remains one of the most watched, anticipated and respected fixtures in the English Premier League. I hope you enjoyed the story and details of a football rivalry born out of the traditional way of distinguishing rivalries in football. For more amazing stories, please subscribe to the channel.